Question for you adults. Where is your child? Where is your kids? Do you have any idea of where your child is and what your child is doing at this time? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Where is your child? Do you know? Do you care what your child is doing at that time of the morning? Do you know whether your child has a gun? Do you know whether your child has murdered someone? Do you know whether your child has shot someone? Do you know if your child is out robbing someone at nighttime? In the daytime? Do you know where your child is and what your child is doing? Because there's someone getting shot every night, every day, someone getting robbed, someone getting beat. Is it your child, or do you know? Or do you want to know? Have you asked your child if they had a gun? Have you asked your child, have they ever robbed anyone? Have you asked your child, have they ever shot or killed anyone? Because the parents, without the parents, how does the child learn right from wrong? If you don't ask them, they're not going to tell you, especially if it's something that they done wrong. The way you find out is the police come knocking at your door at 6 o'clock in the morning saying, we have a warrant for your child. Then the first thing that comes to mind, you say, well, it wasn't my child. My child didn't do that. I know my child. My child's not like that. But have you asked your child? Do you talk to your children? Do you ask them questions? Or where they go, who they're with, the things they do? Because don't wait till it's too late. By then, they're locked up and they're looking at doing 10 to 15 years in prison. Why? Because the parent didn't have the time or wasn't concerned enough to ask their child, what are they doing? Are you doing anything wrong? What's going on with you? How can I help you? Is there anything you need to talk to me about? As a parent, that's our job. We're their guidance. We're their eyes. We're their experience. We know. We've been there, seen it, might have done it, might have heard it, but we know. And we need to let them know and not learn from someone in the street that don't know or that aren't being taught. It's up to us to teach our child or our children right from wrong, things not to do that would get them killed or get them put in jail. That's on us. That reflects on us. It comes back on us because we're going to be the ones that hurt if something happens to them or if they get locked up or put in jail or if someone kills them or shoot them. And that's why it comes down to where is my child? What is my child doing? Who is my child with? And the people that they're with, what are they capable of? Are they being taught? Do they know? And if you're going to be around my child or with my child, I need to know. And I'm going to ask you also, what are you doing? Who are you running with? Do you have a gun? Do you rob people? Do you shoot people? Or have you shot a person before? Because I need to know, because my child, if I can help it, I'm going to let them know. Where you're going to wind up, you continue to run with this person. Continue to be and go with this person. You have two places when you're doing wrong. to go. It's either locked up or 6 feet under. And our children don't know if we don't say or we don't teach them or we don't ask them what's going on with them. What's the problem? How can I help? What can I do? It's my obligation to look out for you. It's my job. And I love you. And anytime you need to talk to someone, if I'm not around, call me, FaceTime me, anything to get in touch with me. Not after you do something wrong, before you do something wrong. Because afterwards, there ain't too much I can do. You tied my hands from helping you. You tied my hands from saying to you. You tied my hands from helping the situation or diverting the situation to a better outcome because you didn't let me know or I didn't know. But as parents, we need to know where our children are, what they are doing, because they think after they react. And they need to know to think before you react. Because afterwards, you cannot change history. What don't pass and don't happen, you cannot take it back. You can think about it afterwards, but it's not going to change it. You're in that predicament. You're in the circumstance now to where you did the crime, you may have to do the time. But it's for us as parents that don't been around longer than the child has, that hopefully don't been taught by our uncles, our cousins, our parents, our grandparents, our loved ones, to think before you do. Because it's too late to think about it afterwards. Especially if it's killing somebody, or shooting somebody, or robbing somebody, or hurting somebody. You're going to pay for it. Nowadays, you can't get away with anything. They have cameras everywhere. Everywhere you turn your head, there's a camera. So think first before you do or react. And parents, teach your children to do that, or teach them know that they can come to you and talk to you and explain to you without you blowing up on them, without you calling them out their name, without you doing something to turn them away from you.